after repair video. My mechanic said the left and right vent temperatures are not equal. We just did an AC compressor on this Accord, different Accord from the other one. In the other video I'll probably upload today. Let us see what's going on. Got my thermometer and we will put this dash right and figure out what's up. Turn off auto, turn off dual. That way they're both supposed to be the same temperature, low and low. Got the vent temp at, let's call that 45 degrees Fahrenheit on the left. The right side slowly moving down, 44, 43. I got that fan on high. All right, so yeah, I can feel a slight difference here. Let's check the mode door the left temp door operation real quick. That white arm there is going to be our movement. I'm going to turn the knob for temperature, make sure that arm moves all the way. Reach up to my vent above my head. It has heat. Let's go back to cold. And yeah, it does move like all the way without noise or hanging up or anything. I'll probably say that's good. Other thing I'm noticing, it just doesn't, the airflow just doesn't, shut the door, it doesn't seem high, right? Like I'm not getting my face like blown off. A lot of volume. So let me check the filter here. I'm just gonna dump this stuff and clean it up later. All right, there's some whistling noise under here. I'm gonna try to pull this off one-handed. It's two tabs, one on each side. Fan noise now. Oh yeah. That is a lot of stuff. Wow. Significant. Even with the filter out and an open hole right there, I'm getting way more airflow than previously. So let me try not to make a mess in this guy's car. But I'm just gonna dump that filter on the ground, put an empty box back in there for testing purposes. Close off that hole. And I got like way more airflow here. Still, temperature, that one says like 42. This one still feels warmer on the left. Is going on here. But yeah, I'm gonna put a cabin filter in there because that just isn't right. I'm cycling the switch hot and cold, see if it'll come back down. But that mode door might, or sorry, the temp door, I keep saying the wrong thing. The temp door might not be working all the way. Also, the charge that went in might be wrong. I might evac and charge it again just to confirm that the right amount is in there. my low side pipe here just doesn't feel as cold as it should. On Hondas with left and right vent temp issues, the evaporator core can be different temperatures on either side if the charge is wrong. So I'm going to see what comes out of here. I'm going to see what comes out of here while I try to also inspect the evaporator core with a camera. So got this clearing out. It'll evacuate everything down. Weigh that amount of refrigerant, should be 1.2 pounds. Let us attempt to put this endoscope into the evaporator core. I was sort of thinking the evaporator core might be clogged. Here's my camera. I pulled out the blower motor resistor, 2 screws, stuck my camera probe up in there, and I was thinking with that dirty filter this might be the case, but looking around, don't really see anything that's like half blocked. So I'm gonna finish recovering the AC and see where we're at. All right, evacuated. I vacuumed it for a minute just to get the pressure down as low as possible. Now I'm gonna watch that gauge and see where it moves from there for maybe like 20 or 30 more minutes. See if something is leaking, maybe a connection at the compressor. But it evacuated only a pound, and the capacity that was charged was 1.2 pounds. I don't see the sticker under here. But sometimes the machine doesn't read the correct amount that it pulls out versus what you put in, because there's some refrigerant in the lines. So I don't really believe that all the time, but that is possible that it just wasn't charged correctly. So we'll double check that in a half an hour. We just got done charging this. It's going to clear the lines out, but I did see a few bubbles coming from inside there. This is the high side port. So I've got a fancy little tool. I don't have to re-evacuate. I'm just going to seal this real quick and then replace that schrader valve. So this kit here is my master cool. It's pretty cool. You attach this to one of the correct high or low side fitting, then you clip that onto the system. Then this knob here opens and closes. Then there are these different schrader like wrench tool things that you screw into here, and it basically seals off the system, and you can pull this in and out while your system is charged. All right, here we go. High side adapter piece, hand tight. I do like to break the schrader valve loose with a regular tool first, because these are quite thin and I have cracked them before, and it's a real pain to get new ones. So now that our system is going to be leaking a little, we will try to move quickly. And now we're sealed off. Then I take the proper tool, screw it here. There's seals on all these fittings. So we're still sealed up. Now I'm opening it. Now this can slide through, latch on to the schrader. Popped up, so the schrader valve should be up in here now. And I close that again to seal it back off. Sometimes it doesn't make it up, and that one didn't, so I'm gonna go back here. Possibly didn't unscrew all the way. There we go, now I feel it. It should be captured in the tool, but sometimes it doesn't grab it, so you gotta do it a couple times. It's not perfect, but it works really good. There we go. All right, so there's our old fitting. That's gonna go into the trash. New one will snap into the tool. And then just kind of open the ball valve and push down, hold the brass piece, thread in with the silver handle, not overly tight. And I like to loosen this one first. That way if it didn't seal or something's wrong with the new schrader, you can like lock it off again. But no refrigerant is escaping, so that is good news. And then I will tighten one final time with just a regular valve core tool. And look down in there, see no bubbles. And then put this away. We're gonna start this thing up again. Check the vent temps. See, AC on, low, fan high, recirc. Let this cool down. All right, to wrap up this Accord with the AC compressor and funky pressures. So the high and low were both reading like 50, 60 PSI. When the compressor was on, this is the new one, that's not right. It should be like 20 to 30 and 200 to 250. Not good. So has a few issues. This is in addition to the compressor cutting out at random when the guy was driving originally. So let me point at what we found. I got to get back to work, so I can't really go through it all again. Might take a few little clips of the the install, but we're gonna end up putting a condenser on. I evacuated and recharged it like 3 times just to make sure the machine was right. But with it all charged and running, we were checking the temperature across the condenser by hand, and it was not consistent. Also, the line between the compressor and the condenser was really hot. Then the high side line was really cold. So these Hondas are fairly common for the desiccant bag inside the condenser exploding, clogging stuff up. But that's probably why it was working at first when we got the compressor in there, and then stopped working because the little beads from that were moving around, clogging and unclogging the condenser. So we were gonna remove the bumper, put a new condenser in here, then recharge and check it again. I'll put an update if that's not the whole problem, because we still do have the expansion valve, but based on pressures, that doesn't seem plausible. Plus the beads probably won't go past to get stuck in the expansion valve. Anyway, radiator here, not looking to be in excellent condition. I probably don't want to touch that. But yeah, that's something that, you know, could go in any time. And then these radiator fans, condenser fan, are also pretty common for the motors being bad as well on these cars. All right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll get back to this and fix this guy's AC for good.